Hi, my name is Crystal Nelson. I'm an ergonomist at Alter Ergo, and today I'll be talking to you about how tall our desks should be in sitting and in standing. So considering our general population within the United States, the average height of a man is 5'9". The average height of a woman is 5'4". It seems like I'm less than average, I'm 5'2". But considering all these heights, I mean, there's a lot to work with within a workstation. But standard desk height, so that's a desk that's not height adjustable. Average height for those are 28 to 30 inches. So how can that be accommodating for this wide range of height for people? Well, it's not. So I have some solutions for you to help you figure out how tall your desk should be in both sitting and in standing. When considering some of these heights, also keep in mind some of the job tasks that you're doing throughout the day. So are you using your keyboard and your mouse most of the time, or are you also taking notes, maybe designing on an electronic notepad? Because those items where you're taking notes and using your hand to write and design, that height should be a little bit higher than your keyboard and mouse height. So when we're talking about heights of your desk today, that would be the height of your keyboard and mouse. This is your most commonly used workstation. Now, years ago, that is not the case, where writing was a more common task than typing and mousing, which is why desks were a little higher. Back then, we still need to change today. So as we're talking, when we say desk height, that actually means your keyboard and your mouse height. All right, so let's move on. Before you figure out the exact height that your keyboard and mouse should be, I want you to first figure out your chair height. So that means your knees, hips, and elbows all should be at 90 to 100 degrees while you are seated in a chair. Once you have that accomplished, then scoot forward, get close to your desk, and take a look at where your keyboard and mouse is. So your keyboard and mouse should be, listen up, 1 inch below your elbow height. A lot of the times it's above elbow height because you get a desk, that's where your keyboard and mouse sit, and that's where a standard table sits. It just seems natural to have our hands up here. However, if you have your hands up high for long periods of time, you end up with additional strain and discomfort in your upper back and your neck. So let's bring your keyboard and mouse down to a height that is 1 inch below your elbow height. Now, to accommodate for that, you can do two things. You can add a pull-out keyboard tray if it needs to go higher. There are height adjustable keyboard trays that can go below your desk height and above your desk height. So if you're quite tall, greater than 6'2", that means that there could be a chance that your keyboard height could be above your standard desk height. So get a height adjustable pull-out keyboard tray that can go below and, if needed, above your workstation. Another thought is to look at a full electric height adjustable desk. So if you need to lower your workstation, you push a button and the whole desk lowers. If you need to go higher, you push a button and the desk can go higher. So your keyboard and mouse is, remember, 1 inch below your elbow height. Another way to figure out your desk height, which is maybe not as good as the first situation that we talked about, but if you like numbers, this is something to think about. First, take your overall height with your shoes on that you'd be wearing at your desk and divide that by 2. Then subtract 8.5 inches to get your minimum height, or subtract 6 inches to get your maximum height. So you'll get a range of heights where your desk should sit. Now remember, this is mathematical and our bodies are different from one person to the next. So you may find that the score that you get is not as comfortable as if you add maybe an inch or two or subtract an inch or two. So take this one with a grain of salt, but still you have some numbers to work with. And then the last way to figure out your desk height is actually to look at a chart that studies anthropometry. So this is the study of how our bodies are designed and the average size and form of one's capabilities. Based on the study of anthropometrics, my height of 5'2" would mean that my seated desk height is at 22.8 inches. I realize that's not too far from the floor. No need to comment, I get plenty of heck about this, but that's the height that my desk should be at. My standing height is at 38 inches. So my elbows are still an inch higher than my keyboard and my mouse. To determine what your recommendations are based on your height, definitely check out the full chart that is listed within the blog on our website. This will give you detailed information with how your desk heights should be adjusted. If you do have questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us while you're at our website, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video.